I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Insight into Chemical Engineering. In this lecture series, we will solve the unsolved problem of a famous book, Stoichiometry and Process Calculations by Kevin Arden. These lectures are helpful for chemical engineering students. During lecture, step-by-step solution will be provided. And in this lecture, exercise number 4.43 to 4.45 will be covered. Please like and subscribe for motivation. Problem number 4.43. The feed to an absorption column consists of 30% H2S and rest is inerts. Only H2S is removed from the gas by absorbing in an alkaline solution. The gas enters the absorber at particular pressure and temperature and leaves at particular temperature and pressure, and containing 5% H2S. And further it is given if H2S is removed at a rate of 100 kg per hour, calculate the followings. So one thing is mentioned that H2S is removed at a rate of 100 kg per hour. So we can assume 1 hour is our basis, and during this basis we can do the mole balance. So we are assuming that our basis is 1 hour operation, and we can write the molecular weight of H2S. It will come out as 34. Now H2S removed is given, that is 100 kg. So we can estimate moles of H2S removed. So moles of H2S removed will be equal to weight of H2S removed divided by its molecular weight. It will gives 2941.18 mole. Now we can write conditions. So we have absorption column and we can write the entering conditions. So at the entrance it is given that a mixture consists of 30% H2S and rest, that is 70%, inerts. We don't know what is the total moles of gas entering, so we are assuming it's N entering. And further it is given that this mixture is entering at 700 kilopascal and 350 Kelvin temperature. Now we can write the exit conditions. So at exit it is given that exit or we can say that living gases contains 5% H2S. It means remaining 95% will be inerts. And further we don't know how many moles of gas are leaving, so we are assuming N leaving is the total moles of gas. And this gas is leaving at 600 kilopascal and 300 Kelvin. Now in part A, we need to estimate the cubic meter of gas entering per hour. So in this case, the temperature and pressure is known, and if the volume had given, then we would have used ideal gas equation, but this is not the case. So what we will do, so we will do the mole balance for H2S and inerts. And further it is also given that H2S is removed, and we have already estimated moles of H2S removed. Now we can write moles of H2S entering will be equal to 30% of N entering. So N H2S entering equal to 0.3 N entering. In the same way we can write moles of inerts entering equal to 70% of N entering. Now in the same way we can write moles of H2S leaving will be equal to 5% of N leaving. and moles of inerts leaving will be equal to 95% of N leaving. Now we can do the mole balance. So mole balance for H2S, so we can say that there is an H2S entering and then leaving and H2S removed. So we can simply apply how many moles of H2S are entering and how many moles of H2S are leaving. So NH2S entering minus leaving minus removed equal to 0. Now we will simply write the values of NH2S entering, which is given, that is 0.3 and entering, and NH2S leaving, that is 0.05 and leaving, and this is the NHS2 removed. Now we can do the mole balance for inerts. So we can write N inerts entering equal to N inerts leaving, because here only H2S is removed and nothing has been done with the inerts. So N entering inerts and we have N leaving inerts. So we will simply write N inerts entering equal to N inerts leaving. So we will write the values of N inerts entering, which is equal to 0.7 into N entering, and here N inerts leaving equal to 0.95 N leaving. Now using equation 1 and 2, we can easily estimate N leaving and N entering, because we have two equations and two variables. So using equation 1 and 2, we have estimated N entering and N leaving. Now for part A, we were supposed to find out the volume of gas entering. So we can write V entering equal to nRT by P. Already conditions are given at entrance, so we can use temperature and pressure, and number of moles we have already estimated, that is N entering equal to this much. So we can easily estimate volume of entering gas. So in part B, we need to estimate the volume of gas leaving. So in the same way, we can estimate the volume of gas leaving. So volume of gas leaving equal to nRT by P. So N leaving we have estimated, that is 8233.98, and leaving conditions for temperature and pressure are also given. So V leaving will come as 34.23 meter cube. So in part C, we need to estimate the percentage recovery of H2S. So we will estimate the moles of H2S entering, which was equal to 0.3 into N entering. Now we have estimated N entering, so we can estimate this, and it will come out as 3352.41 mole. So we can write the formula for percentage recovery of H2S. So how much H2S is removed and the total amount of H2S fed into 100. So removed amount was already given, and we just need to put the values of H2S fed. So H2S fed is 3352.41, and after calculation the recovery of H2S will come out as 87.73%. Problem number 4.44. A flue gas containing 18% CO2 enters an absorber at 120 kPa and 400 Kelvin. It is given only CO2 is absorbed and gas leaves the unit at particular temperature, pressure and concentration of CO2. Assuming that 100 meter cube of gas is admitted to the unit, calculate the volume of gas leaving. So first we will write the conditions for entering and leaving gas, and it is mentioned that only CO2 is absorbed. So for entering gas, it is given that flue gas contains 18% CO2 and remaining is inerts, or we can also call it remaining gas. And this flue gas is entering at particular pressure, temperature and volume. Assume the total moles of gas entering equal to N entering. Now at exit it is given that leaving gas contains 2% CO2, so remaining 98% will be inerts, or we can call it remaining gas. And this gas is leaving at 95 kilopascal and 310 Kelvin. And we are assuming the total moles of gas leaving equal to N leaving. Now here for entrance it is given that pressure, temperature and volume. So using ideal gas equation we can easily estimate N entering. So N entering will be equal to PV by RT. By putting all values we will get 3.6084 kilomole. Now we can write the individual composition of CO2 and remaining gas. For entrance it is already mentioned that 18% CO2. So moles of CO2 will be equal to 18% of N entering. So N entering is 3.6084. So moles of CO2 entering will be equal to 18% of this entering. So it will become equal to 0.18 into N entering. We can put the values of N entering and we can estimate moles of CO2 entering. So we can find out the moles of remaining gas entering will be equal to N entering total moles of flue gas entering minus moles of CO2 entering. So moles of remaining gas entering will come out as 2.9589 kilomole. And it is given that only CO2 is getting absorbed, so moles of remaining gas will remain same at entrance and at exit conditions. So we will utilize this condition to estimate N leaving. N remaining gas for leaving equal to 98% of N leaving. So for leaving gas, total moles leaving equal to N leaving, and it is given that this leaving gas contains 2% CO2, so remaining 98% will be remaining gas. So moles of remaining gas for leaving gas will be equal to 98% of N leaving. So moles of N remaining gas will be equal to 0.98 into N leaving. And we have already mentioned that moles of remaining gas will remain same at entrance and at exit, and we have already estimated N remaining gas at entrance equal to 2.9589 kilomole. So we will simply put this value here and we can easily estimate N leaving. So N leaving will come out as 3.0193 kilomole. Now we can write NCO2 leaving. So NCO2 leaving will be equal to 2% of N leaving. So we have already estimated N leaving. So we will simply put the values of N leaving and we will multiply it with 0.02 and it will come out this much. Now in part A we need to estimate the volume of gas leaving. So volume of gas we can easily estimate because temperature, pressure are known and N leaving we have already estimated. So N leaving will become equal to nRT by P. So number of moles, temperature and pressure are known. So V leaving will come out as 81.92 meter cube. In part B, we need to estimate the weight of CO2 absorbed in kg. That we can easily estimate. So CO2 absorbed will be equal to moles of CO2 entering minus moles of CO2 leaving. So it will come out as 0.5891 kilomole. Now we can write weight of CO2 absorbed equal to moles of CO2 into its molecular weight, and it will come out as 25.92 kg. Problem number 4.45. 100 meter cube of gas mixture in which benzene and nitrogen are present in the weight ratio 1:3 is sent to an absorption column to recover benzene. The gas enters the column at particular temperature and pressure, and the gas leaving the absorber measures particular volume and temperature and pressure. Determine the following the average molecular weight of the gas entering. So at entrance, weight ratio is given, that is 1:3. So we are assuming that X was the multiplication factor. So we can write 1 into X is to 3 into X. Now we can easily write that weight of benzene will be equal to X kg and weight of nitrogen will become equal to 3x kg. So weight of benzene equal to x kg and weight of nitrogen equal to 3x kg. And we can also write molecular weight of benzene and nitrogen. So using molecular weight, we can convert this weight of benzene and nitrogen to their respective moles. So in the absorption column, it is given that benzene is getting absorbed, and at entrance there is a mixture of benzene and N2 which is entering at particular conditions. Temperature, pressure and volume are given, and we are assuming total moles of gas entering equal to N entering. At exit, it is given that mixture of benzene and N2 is leaving after the absorption of benzene, and this gas is leaving at particular temperature, pressure and volume. And we are assuming total moles of gas leaving equal to N leaving. Now in this case, temperature, pressure and volume are known, so we can easily estimate the N entering. Now we can write at entrance N entering will be equal to PV by RT. We can simply put the values of pressure, temperature and volume. So number of moles at entrance will come out as 4.124 kilomole. Now we can write this N entering consists of moles of benzene plus moles of nitrogen. So moles of nitrogen and benzenes are not known, only weight of benzene and weight of nitrogens are known. So we can convert this weight to moles. Now we can simply write moles of benzene will be equal to weight of benzene, that is x kg, divided by its molecular weight, that is 78. In the same way, moles of nitrogen will be equal to weight of nitrogen, that is 3x kg, divided by its molecular weight. And we have already estimated N entering, which is equal to 4.124. Now there is one equation and one variable, that is x, so we can easily estimate the value of x. So x will come out as 34.38 kg, and mass of benzene entering will become equal to 34.38 kg, because weight of benzene equal to x kg and we have estimated the value of x. In the same way, weight of N2 can be written as 3 into x. So mass of N2 at entrance will become equal to 103.14 kg. So we can write total weight at entrance will be equal to weight of benzene plus weight of nitrogen. So it will become equal to 4x, and value of x is known. So total weight will become equal to 137.52 kg. So for estimating the part A, average molecular weight of gas at entrance, we can write the formula for average molecular weight. For that, total weight and total moles are required. So in part A, we can write the average molecular weight of gas entering equal to total weight divided by total moles, and we have already estimated the total weight and total moles in the previous slide. So average molecular weight of entering gas will come out as 33.35 gram per mole. Now in part B, we need to estimate the average molecular weight of gas leaving, and for that temperature, pressure and volume are given. So first we will find out the moles of gas leaving using ideal gas equation. So N leaving will be equal to PV by RT, simply by putting the values of pressure, volume and temperature. N leaving will come out as 3.858 kilomole. Now we can say that mass of N2 will not change at entrance and exit, because only benzene is getting absorbed in the absorption column. So mass of N2 leaving will be equal to mass of N2 entering, and we have already estimated the mass of N2 entering, which was equal to 103.14 kg. So moles of leaving will be equal to weight of N2 leaving divided by its molecular weight. So moles of N2 leaving will come out as 3.684 kilomole. Moles of benzene leaving will be equal to total moles leaving minus moles of N2 leaving. So moles of total gas leaving equal to 3.858 kilomole. So that is 3.858 kilomole minus moles of N2 leaving, that is moles of N2 leaving 3.684. So moles of benzene leaving will come out as 0.174 kilomole. So we can easily estimate the mass of benzene. So mass of benzene will come out as moles of benzene, that is 0.174 into its molecular weight. Now we can write total weight of gas leaving will be equal to mass of N2 leaving plus mass of benzene leaving. So it will come out as 116.712 kg. Now we can estimate the average molecular weight of gas leaving will be equal to total weight divided by total moles. So 116.712 kg is the total weight and N leaving is the total moles of gas leaving. So average molecular weight of leaving gas will come out as 30.25. So in part C, we need to estimate the amount of benzene absorbed. For that, we can write mass of benzene entering minus mass of benzene leaving. So it will come out as 20.81 kg. In part D, we need to estimate percentage recovery of benzene, which will be equal to amount of benzene removed divided by amount of benzene fed into 100. So simply put all values, the amount of benzene removed equal to 20.81 kg and amount of benzene fed is equal to 34.38 into 100, and it will become equal to 60.53 percentage.